Whether you're planning a trip or just looking for some entertainment, welcome to this video. Today we're going to go over all of the Airbnbs that I stayed at this summer. And yes, it's been a while since I went out, but I was busy. I stayed at 5 different places and I rated them on a scale from 1 star to 5 star. And we do have a 5 star, so stay for that. I stayed in 3 places throughout this trip. I first went to Rome, then I went to Sacrofano, and then I went to Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre. I'll pronounce it better in the video, I think. So anyways, I hope you find what you're looking for in this video, and let's go to the first place. Welcome to just one of many Airbnbs I'm staying at in Italy. This one here is a 20-minute walk away from the Colosseum, and there are many other touristy sites around here that you can walk to. This specific one has 2 beds and 1 bathroom, and the beds being right behind me. Yes, there are 2 floors in this bedroom. We have a queen-size bed down here, and then also a queen-size bed up there. Let's go upstairs. Here is the first bedroom. Ignore the unmade bed. There's a closet over here and a lot of headroom, unless you're like 7 feet tall. I'm 5'6". I can barely touch it. For up there, that's a different story. Is also a balcony. You can go outside. What a pretty view. It's really warm today, and it's been averaging 37 degrees. So it's nice to have an air conditioning unit just up there. Air conditioning! You don't know how excited I was to learn that this place had air conditioning, because let me tell you, it is hot out. Welcome to the living room. The door over there leads to the bedroom. The living room includes 1 couch for 2 people. There are 4 of us. In the living room, they also have this shelf full of many volumes of some book that I don't understand because they're in Italian. Naturally, this one's in English. Just off the living room, there is also a desk area where you can do work if you want. I don't want. And in case you couldn't tell, the people who own this place must really love orange because there are orange accents everywhere. So if that's your jam, then you should book this place up. You walk through the foyer towards this door here. Are entering the bathroom now, which has these beautiful purple cupboards and purple tile everywhere. This Airbnb includes a toilet, a bidet, lots of counter space, provided soap, and a sink. Also, there is a washing machine, and I do have to note that there is mold on the bottom of the shower curtains. I just have to say that. They might change. They might change them, but just so you know. There's a big mirror. Whoop, whoop. And lastly, we have the kitchen. It's pretty much got all you need for your stay. There is a bunch of cleaning supplies in the drawer down there. We have a fridge, a freezer, a dishwasher, and a stovetop. There is also one of those wall ovens here. I'm not sure what they're called, but there's one of those. And then if you walk over here, of course, there's a balcony. Does anyone know where the suitcase is? And just to show off everything, I will do a little walkthrough and you can see exactly where I go and from where to each room. So I ended up rating this one about 4 stars. It was really nice. There was air conditioning. There were 2 beds, which was really nice. And the view outside was really nice. In addition to that, we were close to everything. We walked to the Colosseum from there. It was great. Anyways, that was the only place in Rome. So now let's go to Sacrofano. Travel. Going to Sacrofano. Taking a taxi. And if you're more observant than me, you'll realize that this door is different than the last front door, which means that we're at a new Airbnb. Pause. I hope you appreciated that little song intro. Okay, that's all. Back to the video. This one is pretty exciting. It's really big, and I can't wait to show you everything. Before I forget to mention this, I'd like to say that the inside of the Airbnb looks nothing like the outside. The outside is exactly what you'd expect an old Italian city to look like, with ancient architecture and lots of imperfections. Now let's get into the tour. Firstly, the kitchen is right here, so let's do that first. Instead of a small corner kitchen like the other one, this one spans along half of this back wall here. It has all the same essentials as the other one. There is a fridge right there and a freezer right there and everything you might need. A cool feature about this is that there's built-in drying racks, so you don't have to keep it on the counter. But yeah, all the same essentials. Right in the middle of the space is the dining room that has 6 seats, which makes sense because this is a 3-bedroom and 1 bathroom. In my opinion, the 3rd bedroom is the coolest, so wait for that. This one has the 2 whole couches and then the 1 lounging chair just over there, the yellow one in the corner. Full-size TV on this wall here. Also, there are 2 windows in this room, which add a little bit of light, not as much as the last one for sure. If you turn away from those windows there is this door over here, which leads to the 1st bedroom. It's the one that my parents are going to sleep in, which is down a long hallway. Not very long. This one has just the 1 bed in here and then the little couch in the corner there. Just like all the other rooms, it has the vaulted ceilings as well. And this one has a little window in the hallway there and then the 2 little windows. Moving on to the bathroom, which is just across the corner of that room. Echo! Did you hear that? Anyways, this bathroom has all yellow things. Got a yellow toilet again, a yellow bidet, yellow sink. And we also have a full-size shower over there with no moldy curtains, which is a plus, if I do say so myself. I forgot to mention this, but there were also many towels on all of the beds. There are the 2 rooms that we just went to, and now we're going in this one, which hosts both of the next bedrooms. There's this one, which I will be sleeping in. It has a massive closet on the side that has 2 mattresses. Now we're on to the coolest part, which is the 3rd bedroom. It's interesting we chose 2 Airbnbs with similar concepts, but this one's executed very differently. It's actually a staircase that leads to the 3rd bedroom. So for some reason, I thought this would be a really aesthetic shot, but I just look really silly. First of all, why did I put the microphone in my hair? And second of all, I am not walking up the stairs very gracefully at all. Well, I didn't want to die, so it makes sense.
You made it.
There are 2 chairs up here and also a whole bed. And there is also access to outside through the sunroof, which is pretty cool. This beam is pretty close to my head and it is a little bit sketchy going up these stairs. As you saw, this Airbnb was a very modern place in the middle of a very ancient town. And that's the only problem with this place. Other than that, it was really nice. It had air conditioning, all this. I would definitely go to Sacrofano to visit this town. It is absolutely amazing. There is so much history there, but I feel like this Airbnb didn't show the essence of Sacrofano, if that makes sense. Okay. It was beautiful just because of the place. I rate this one a 4-star as well, because on one hand, the Airbnb itself was pretty nice. It just didn't really match with the city, but the city made up for it because it was so beautiful. Anyways, next we're traveling to Cinque Terre, which is a seaside village in Italy. Welcome to Cinque Terre. I think this was the first time I ever tried pronouncing it, so like, give me some leeway, okay? Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre. We have now made it to our 3rd Airbnb, which is in Cinque Terre. Or something like that. I don't know. This one is 2 beds and 2 baths this time. Where I'm standing right now leads all the way to the dining room, as you can see behind me. So let's go there first. It's pretty simple and there's not much to say about it. There's 4 seats over here and then there's also the living room right next to it, which has room for maybe 3 or 4 people. Not that many. This place is pretty simply decorated but has nice finishes like the wooden beams over there. I'm not sure if they're structural or decoration, but either way, they look pretty nice in here. This place also has a TV in case you want to watch Netflix on your stay. But why watch Netflix when you can look out this view? Look at this. All around us there are hills exactly like this, and 2 minutes this way, you might be able to see the ocean. I'm not sure if you actually could, but I'm hoping you could because it's really beautiful. I went swimming about 2 minutes ago and that's why my hair is really wet. This place does come with many fans, which is really nice because it's been pretty warm here in Italy. There's this one here that I think cools the air, and otherwise there are just a few other normal fans. And if you turn off the living room towards this door, that is the 1st bedroom. So through this door is a small bed and 2 nightstands. Being in here with my sister has been okay, I guess. There is a hanger over there to place your clothes and towels. There's also a nice big window in the corner there because it does get really hot. We've just been leaving this one open because of the heat. We are next to the busiest street in the town. It was pretty loud at night, especially since the FIFA World Cup is going on. And the second bathroom that comes with this one is also in this bedroom. So this is technically the ensuite, even though it's the smaller one. 3-piece sink, a toilet, and a shower. The Airbnb host made it pretty clear that if you bring sand into the apartment and it's a big mess, then they will charge you. Just so you know. If you pass back the other way, here's the front door. There is the second bedroom, which kind of has a closet door. And like all the other doors in this place, they don't lock. So you gotta be careful before going in. This one is also a 3-piece. Actually, does a bidet count? It has a sink, a shower, a toilet, and a bidet. It seems like every place in Italy has a bidet, but I'm not sure. Where I'm from, that's not really a thing. Across from the bathroom is the biggest bedroom of the two. They call this a double-sized bed, but looks like a queen to me. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're wrong. This room is the one that has the most storage by far because it has these cabinets. Also, all of these ones. Well, more blankets. I didn't even know that. For how hot it is here, I didn't know we'd need that many blankets, but if you're cold, there you go. A big window. There's also this big dresser here where you can put all your things in, or if you do what we do and not unpack, then you can just throw your suitcases on top. And instead of the pot lights like the living room, this one has a big pendant in the middle of the room. Anyways, that's that of that. And if you walk down the hallway between the bathroom and the bedroom, you find the kitchen, which is much smaller than the kitchens of the other two places we went to, but it's still a good sized kitchen. This one does not have a washing machine, unlike the other two. You have to wash all your dishes by hand. And there are drying racks in the cupboard, so you have enough counter space for all your dishes. There is a stovetop and an oven as well. Also in this cabinet, there's like 4 boxes of salt at the very back there. This one also comes with lots of pots and pans. This place also has a toaster, a kettle, and also a fridge. Of course. And it's not big, but it's very nice. There is also a balcony just off the kitchen, like the first place. And I didn't even notice the second place didn't have a balcony until just now. There's room for a single chair and the clothesline that looks out to this beautiful view. So that's everything in the apartment. Wow, it's actually really dark in here. Behind me is the 4 flights of stairs that you need to take to get up here. No elevator. And then if you walk up the stairs to that little closet there, that's where the laundry machine is. And I guess that might say something about the security of this place because they didn't even put a lock on the laundry machine. I feel like if they thought someone was gonna maybe come up here and steal it potentially, they would have put a lock. So, There's also lots of cleaning supplies and a vacuum in here if you find yourself in a pickle. Or if you accidentally brought sand in and you want to fix it before you're charged. The laundry machine also comes with 2 detergent pods, so you can do 2 loads on them, and otherwise you need to buy your own. I just discovered... Wait, what? I just discovered there's a light here too. Oh, I guess it doesn't like to be turned on. Okay. Yeah, it barely works. But anyways, the last thing that I was going to say about this place is they also include a bunch of beach things for your stay. So there is a beach floaty and also an umbrella, which is really nice. And then they also have towels so you don't get sandy. Oh, I'm sorry, but this one's probably my least favorite of the trip. Don't be mad at me, okay? I think I will rate this one 3 stars. Like, it's pretty nice. It's very livable. They had all the things. There just wasn't the vibes that I want on the trip. Do you know what I mean? Okay, anyways, despite that, I would still really recommend going here. This was one of my 2 favorite cities that we went to just because it was so cute. And I just love living by the beach for a bit because I live in the middle of the country. There were also such adorable cats just like everywhere. This one definitely was very, very touristy. Like every corner had just shops of drop-shipped items, if you know what I mean. But anyways, this view will make up for it because it is absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, this is the church. It's also cool. And this is the road we went to get in, and here is me in the plaza. Look around here. Oh, I want to be back so badly. I look like I'm having the best time. Oh, and here I am dancing in the plaza. Because I am never going to see any of these people again, and you only live once. Okay, I definitely recommend going here, but we're reviewing the Airbnbs here, so 3 stars. That's my final answer. So finally, enough yapping. Let's go to my favorite place of the whole stay. 5 stars! 5 stars! I'll tell you about it later. We finally made it to our 4th Airbnb, and this one is very exciting. It was just a quick boat ride from our last one because it is also in the Cinque Terre area. I'm currently standing on the 4th floor of a very nice building. The stairs on this one are so much nicer than the other one. The stairs are also really steep. They have very even steps, are easier to climb. So as you can see, I'm in the entryway, and we have all of these hooks and shoe racks to put our things. Of course, we just put our shoes randomly on the floor. In the entryway, there is a nice shoe rack over here, and then also a hook to put your jackets if you want to roast alive. In this Airbnb, there are 2 sets of keys in case you find your group splitting into 2 and need 2 keys. There's also a huge mirror in the entryway in case you want to check your fit before you leave, going out to a fancy dinner. As you continue on through the entryway, you'll find a grand set of spiral stairs which leads you upstairs. Now what's upstairs? Let me tell you. It's a really tight squeeze going up the stairs, but once you get there, it's an amazing view. Oh no, I spoiled it. It's a huge patio. Look at this place. There's cushioned seating and a whole dining table that expands so you can add more chairs. Not to mention the view over here is insane. You can see the water right there and also the whole street below. This is by far one of the best. No, this is the best patio I've been on for an Airbnb ever. And in case you're curious, this is where you put the garbage after you're done with it. You don't have to bring it to the street or anything. You just throw them in these bins and the host will take care of it after you leave. Anyways, enough yapping about the outside because there's so many things inside to look at. After coming down the stairs, there's the bathroom, which is quite nice. Just like all the other Airbnbs, this one has a bidet, a toilet, and a shower, but this one, which makes it different, has 2 sinks in case 2 people want to brush their teeth or whatever in the morning. It's actually proven itself pretty useful because some people will be washing their hands, others will be brushing their teeth, and it works really well when you want to leave early in the morning. And of course, there's a washing machine, which is also really helpful because it gets hot here, and I sweat through all my clothes, and I need to wash them again. And of course, there's also a huge mirror in this bathroom. This place does only have 1 bedroom, but there is a pull-out couch in the living room. So you can see behind me, there are the stairs, there is the entryway, and if you go this way, that is the living room. This couch has been pulled out since our arrival, and it's been in bed form the whole time. If you're staying longer than we did, you might want to use this closet here to hang your clothes. We only stayed for 2 nights, so it wasn't necessary, and we don't normally do that anyways. And I haven't seen this a lot, so I thought I should mention it. They actually have these luggage things that you normally see in hotels that you can put your luggage on. That's an easy way to organize your things without having to unpack everything and then pack it up at the end of your trip. This Airbnb feels quite airy even though it's really long and only has windows on the shorter side. Like there's this whole area with only this 1 window, but there's enough lighting in here to make it feel nice and bright. And it's funny even because the only light in here is this strip. What? That doesn't make sense. In case you want some privacy in the living bedroom. Yep, the living bedroom. If you continue on from the living room, there is the kitchen and dining room area, which compared to the other one is much more open. Like I could do a cartwheel in here. Not only is this kitchen beautiful, it also is stacked with essentials and more. It comes with a toaster, a hot pot, an oven, a microwave. It's also a fridge and a freezer. Not only that, but it also comes with bottles of water and a bunch of snacks, which we kind of cleared out. But here's what it looked like before, and it was magnificent. It also comes with bowls to store leftovers if you have any. There is tinfoil, saran wrap. So if this isn't a 5-star Airbnb, what is? Honestly. Not to mention it was cheaper than our last place. What? And then lastly, to the right of the stairs is the bedroom, which is where my parents stayed the whole time. My parents enthusiastically say that the bed was very nice to sleep on. This room also has 2 suitcase racks, which makes the total of 4. It also has a TV, a mirror, 2 nightstand type things. They're kind of like shelves though. And then a huge closet. Oh yeah, and did I mention this place also has air conditioning? Whoop whoop, whoop whoop. And I forgot to mention that there's also a TV in the living room. I cannot recommend this place enough, and it is definitely, I am pretty sure it can't get better than this in this small city. So I actually had no desire to leave this Airbnb at all. It was just so amazing. I cannot believe how many snacks the Airbnb host left us. I have never seen that ever in my whole life. It was clean. There was a rooftop patio. It was just, the vibes were immaculate, okay? 5 stars. I cannot, if you're going to Italy, go here. It was beautiful. My favorite thing ever. I will go back there another day and I will have the best time of my life once again. Anyways, let's travel to the next place, which is somewhere else once again. And finally, we've made it to the last Airbnb of the bunch. This one is very blue. Like, it looks like an ocean almost. Everything is blue. Anyways, this place is right by the airport on the coastline of Italy. It's a few hours outside of Rome. But anyways, let's get on with the tour and the review. So, once you enter the door and look to your right, there is the living room, which has many different living room things like a chair, a couch, a TV, and a remote for the TV. Wow, what else is new? Pause. I just have to apologize for my lack of description. It was a long travel day and I was kind of just ready to go home at this point, honestly. This was the day before our 20-hour travel day going home. Yeah, you've been there, I'm sure. So I'm sorry about that. Filmed this twice now because I forgot to turn my microphone on the first time. And just off the living room, if you go through this archway, is the kitchen, which I must say, this is a nice spiffy kitchen. Once again, mostly blue tiles and blue placemats. This place has all the things you might need, like forks, spoons, knives, plates, all the things. They don't have deep bowls. They do, however, have lots of pots and pans and a fridge and an oven and a stovetop and a freezer. And just off the very blue living room is both of the bedrooms and the bathroom. Both of the bedrooms look very similar, just one is slightly larger. I'm currently in the smaller one, which has blue everything, much like the rest of the house. And there's a little baby TV. How cute. Both of the bedrooms have this shelving unit, the exact same on both sides. I think either a double or a king size bed. I'm not entirely sure. And if you look outside, it's a pretty standard neighborhood. Nothing super to write home about. Much of the same thing with the air conditioner, the king or queen size bed, and this cabinet once again. Blue everything. So that was bedroom 1. That was bedroom 2. And if you go down the middle, that is the bathroom, which is a pretty standard bathroom. It has all the things that the other one had, except for the moldy curtains, which is nice. This place also has a bidet, a toilet, a sink, an extra large mirror, and also a shower. Once again, I'll give you the little review of the whole layout of the place. So even though this place was 99% the color blue, I still really like it, and I will give it a 4 star. Personally, I did not like the little city it was in. It was just really loud and kind of sketchy. A little bit. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys got something out of this, whether that was just entertainment from watching me or you're actually planning a trip, and I hope this was helpful if that's the case. So let me know in the comments if you do go to these places, and I will see you next time. Bye!